Welcome again, DanDier Investments, and I want to say Happy New Year. Welcome to our live trading journey. We analyze my trades and figure out how we extract money out of this market by gaining an edge. You see me here starting my analysis around 9:20 in the 60-minute time frame, adding in my supply and my demand levels, cleaning up my chart as well. Zooming in, we can see that here we have entered one of our supply levels. That price came up, slight pullback. It's currently somewhat filling this gap, going down to our 15-minute time frame. You see that this area here also corresponds with the lows of the pullback just now. So this would also serve as one of our demand levels. Price went up and dropped back down to this area here. So we see that we have made some lower highs on the larger time frame. So I'm going to draw a trend line to see exactly if this is of any substance for us later. I'm dropping down to our 15-minute time frame. You can also see that we are making some higher lows. So in the lower time frames, we're in an upward movement, but in the larger time frame, this may just be a slight move up before another reversal. So putting in additional levels here, just giving it some levels of interest. So when the market opens, we're ready to trade, and we know exactly what happens when we see an edge. We're able to identify it appropriately and take advantage of it. In the shorter time frame, prices in an upward motion, but in a downward movement in the larger time frame. So we're looking for price to come here, potentially bounce off of this level before returning lower. So that's our pre-market analysis. We don't like to trade until 9:30, 9:35, so I'm just speed it up a little bit until we get to the market opening and some action happening. On this 5-minute time frame is to show you how much movement can happen in that first 5 minutes of the market being open. We'll drop down to the 1-minute time frame in a few. So now we're in this 1-minute time frame. Maybe should have came here a little earlier, because what we can identify is a potential trend line, giving us that upward movement until we hit the trend line on our 60-minute time frame. Place this in earlier. So what we see is price touching, then breaking below. We see slight pullbacks. So this is giving me my first trading hypothesis, the buy order. So that big wick telling me that sellers didn't hold price. So now I'm looking to enter limit order. Want to get in somewhere down here. Was hoping that we get some more selling pressure before price returned up. Because once again, remember that we're snipers. We don't want to enter in a bad position. Bad entry points can ruin any trading idea, no matter how great your analysis is. So I want to get in too early and getting stopped out prematurely. So still being very patient. Only need one trade to win. Kind of hesitant just knowing how the market kind of acts in the first 5 minutes. Big swings of 100 ticks or more in either direction. So I didn't want to get stopped out prematurely. So I'm very conservative with my limit order, as you can see. story short, I just played cat and mouse with the market for a little minute. Ended up not getting filled. Price just kind of ran away from me. Let me know that my idea was correct because it bounced off of this trend line. I wasn't able to execute and get the optimal pricing, which is fine. There's always going to be another moment, another opportunity for me to enter the market. So just need to be patient. So I'm going to fast forward a little further. Once again, remember, patience is key. You just need one good trade. You want to trade off of levels, identify an edge, and take advantage of that edge. Right now we're trading kind of back and forth, and I don't like to trade in any consolidation. Now we finally got price moving up a little bit, entering the supply zone, and we're approaching this trend line. So now this is my second trading hypothesis, a sell order. Because remember, we were looking at this trend line on the 60-minute time frame. And we also have our horizontal line representing our previous high, our most recent high. We also are approaching this R2 pivot level. So one key thing to remember when you're trading around several levels that are close in proximity, you want to always trade the highest level if it's a sell order, or the lowest level if it's a buy order. And the reason that is, normally they'll go through the first two levels and approach whichever is the highest or lowest, depending upon what kind of entry you're trying to get. So I ended up getting filled pretty quick at this R2 level. Love my position because my stop loss all reside outside of the demand zone, or the supply zone, I'm sorry. So I'm willing to take this risk, because if it blows through this demand level, this means we're going to continue moving up today. It'll blow through this supply level. We're going to continue moving up today. So this is a great entry for me. And also all of my targets are around the supply level. First two targets blew through, moving my stop loss into profit. Now I'm guaranteed $2,500 for the day. So me just being patient was able to get a lot more money on the back end of the second trading hypothesis without me rushing or ended up losing a trade early on due to poor positioning. We just need one good trade. Now we blew through the supply zone. So now I'm sure that we're going to test some of these lows here. But remember, we're trading on the 1 minute. So we think back to our 60-minute time frame. The larger market sentiment was very bearish. So we were able to get in and optimize our position on the 1 minute time frame while using the 60-minute to guide our trading hypothesis for today. So since we're using that 60-minute time frame for our trading idea, I'm a little bit more conservative with my stop loss. So I'm looking for a bigger move. So now we just got trade management, guaranteed $4,000 given where my current stop loss is. Remember, initially my trade is a 4-to-1 risk to ratio. My stop loss is where my last target initially started, which is a guaranteed $4,000. So now we just gonna sit back. If I trade a little bit more room to breathe, we got this 2 contracts still running. So let's just let the money kind of run. So now we're approaching this previous level of support, our most recent level of support. Moving my stop loss kind of tight. Honestly, just wanted to go ahead and take the money off the table. If I wanted to wait a little longer, I would have waited for price to come back up to this trend line. I moved my stop to the trend line just to see exactly what happens and look for it to continue to move downward, which it actually did. So today's market lesson is about what to do when several key levels are close. So if you noticed earlier, we had our trend line, horizontal line, as well as a pivot level that were all in very close proximity. So we have several key levels that are close. You want to pick the one that has, or trade off the one that has the most advantageous price. So that means if you're looking for a sell order, you want the one with the highest price. If you're looking for a buy order, you want the one with the lowest price. That is our market lesson for today. We were able to execute that properly. And with that being executed properly, we were able to pick up $7,200 in profit. I must say it was a good day in the market, a great way to start the year off. And since you're still here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you're here next time we're analyzing live trades with danDier investments. But until then, stay safe and be blessed.